Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
And let's talk about what lessons have found.
Let's hang out.
And let's listen to 2 lesbians shout.
Let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
Welcome back to Les Hang Out. I'm Lee Holmes Foster.
And I'm Ellie Rigida, and we are doing a quick mini-sode because we are both in the same place.
We're literally inches away from each other. I could reach out my hand and I could touch you, Ellie.
Oh,
I could reach you.
We're on a couch as well, which I feel like is very Les hang out of us.
That's so on brand.
Mhm.
Look at us. We're almost never on a couch.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love
It's
it.
beautiful. I'm a fan. So here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesdom is somewhere where we touch base about things going on with the podcast or in our lives or otherwise. We're going to do a real quick one this week for our little interlude. We are in Brooklyn because we have a live show
Today.
tonight. It's happening.
So excited.
It's here. It's finally here. So we just want to say, if you happen to be in the New York area, Brooklyn area, come check us out tonight. There are still tickets available at the door. We are going to have a host of amazing guests. We have Jess Tom, we have Elsa Waith, we have Carolyn Bergier. We're going to be doing all sorts of cool stuff on things that should have been gay. Come hang out.
I'm so excited. And we have our next Les Central's watch party for our Patreon members coming up on February 23rd for Saving Face, which we are super pumped about.
So there you go. That's what's going on this week. Back to you, Ellie and Lee.
Thanks, Ellie and Lee. Feels weird to say that in the actual same spot as you, but here we are. Amazing. And welcome to our mini-sode on the L Word reboot.
What else?
Because of course.
What else would we talk about?
There's no way we could not talk about the L Word. I'm so excited.
The real story is Ellie and I are in the same place, and we're going to talk about the L word anyways, so we figured might as well put mics in front of us, right?
Exactly. Make it easy. I'm so excited. So, Lee, what was your experience with the L Word?
Oh, my experience with the L word. So I remember when I was in college that my junior year roommate, who, spoiler alert, also lesbian, of course, she's also actually the one who had Saving Face, which you'll hear about in our Saving Face episode, also had DVDs of all the L Word seasons. And so I watched everything except like the last season, which I actually still have not seen to this day.
Ever?
Shh, don't tell on me, lesbians. No, and so here's the problem. So Kelsey and I watched like all of the L Word together, and then we left like that year or something, or maybe the last season hadn't come out. I'm trying to remember like what the timing was for why we never watched it. We have now gone back and tried to rewatch multiple times.
It's hard. It's hard.
One of them we just like didn't quite make it all the way through again, and like didn't get to the season that we missed. And then we tried again, and we started getting closer to where Dana was gonna die, and Kelsey was like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it.
Spoiler alert, everyone. If you have never seen the L Word, which, why are you listening to this episode? Go watch it.
Go watch it now.
There are going to be spoilers galore here.
I will send you tissues for when Dana dies.
So rough.
We're still not over it.
So rough.
And we couldn't do it. So we started getting close. Kelsey like slammed on the brakes and was like, nope. And so we didn't make it that time either. And the end result is I have never finished. I've never finished the L Word. I'm so sorry.
The last season was really rough anyway, so I feel like it's okay.
I think that's part of the problem too, is I'm like, I know that I'm not like getting to anything good. I just feel like I need to finish it at some point. So now I have a perfect excuse There will be a reboot. I need to finish. I know it. I know I need to.
You're right.
Okay, what's your experience, Ellie?
Well, actually, spoiler alert, I was friends with a lot of lesbians in college, even before I was out, right? And so at some point, I went into one of my friend's dorm rooms, and I swear to God, they were watching the episode where Dana finds out that she has breast cancer.
Oh, God.
And I was, at the time, still straight, so I was like, I probably won't watch the show. Like, it's fine. Like, let's just sit here and watch it. So the first episode I ever saw, I pretty much already knew everything that was going to happen to Dana before I started.
What a rough starting
It was
place.
really rough. And everyone was talking about how much they love Dana, and then I sat there and I was like, I love her. And then when I finally came out, I was like, okay, this is something that you need to watch. Went home for Christmas break, like locked myself in my room for days, just sitting and watching The L Word. My sister, my very straight sister, who I love, also was home for the break and was like, what are you watching? And I was like, oh, just The L Word. And then she came and sat and watched with me, and she was so into it.
Straight girls
Love The L Word.
Love it. Love the L Word.
Well, because it's just a lesbian soap opera.
Right.
Right? Like, there's a lot
Yeah.
of drama. Like, it's a good show. You get into it. So my sister loved it. We bonded over it and finished every single season. I'm pretty sure on Netflix then. Either Netflix or I found it somewhere illegally online. I don't even remember if Netflix existed then.
Yeah,
It was like my junior year
It's
of
on
college.
Netflix now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I just watch it on Netflix like every other day. I think I want to start from the beginning and get all the way through again.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're gonna try to.
We have to. Yeah. If we had time, we could do a whole L Word podcast.
Oh my God.
That'd be crazy. There actually is an L Word podcast called
Yeah.
The L Word Made Me Gay
Yeah.
that a lot of people really love. So if you want to listen to that, check it out.
And someone else is starting a new one too. Someone else is going to be doing
Oh,
like a rewatch,
classic.
reboot.
Of
I wanna
course
say
they are.
like Reese from Autostraddle or something.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, there you go. Get your podcasts ready. Get your shows ready. It's on Netflix. Get your rewatch in now before the reason that we're really here, which is let's talk this reboot.
Let's talk the reboot. Well, for those of you who don't know, some of the original actors have confirmed that they are going to be in it, which is great.
Super excited.
So, Leisha Haley,
Kate Monig is going to be there.
and Jennifer Beals.
Jennifer Beals. I think Sarah Shai announced she's coming back.
Yes. So I'm sure they're just going to keep
Oh,
coming.
man.
So that is wonderful. That makes me really happy that the original actors are going to come back. But I think let's talk about the new actors. What do we want the characters to be?
Okay. Number one, my first hope for the new L Word reboot, more diversity.
Yes. I think a lot of people agree with that.
Yes. Not to say anything bad about the many, many wonderful women who were in the original show. And not that there wasn't any diverse casting in the original, but let's be real, it was an awful lot of cis white lesbians,
Yes.
which, I think we can do better.
Agreed. So what do you want to see?
I would like to see some more women of color. I would like to see. I think Sarah Shai coming back, a lot of people are a little torn on because I love Sarah Shai.
Yes.
Still have very strong feelings for Carmen.
Carmen.
And always will. I got to ask some questions to Sarah Shai and Amy Acker in the press room at ClexCon last year, when they were there for the shoot panel, and she is just as amazing in real life. I just want everyone to know. I only fangirled a little.
Just a little.
Just a tiny bit. But I know people had strong feelings about her being cast as a Latina character when she is not Latina. I don't know how you handle that if she's coming back as Carmen, but also I still love her, so there's that. And I don't know. I mean, I would love to see, I'm really hoping for some cameos. I think they have a lot of opportunities right now, like Janelle Monáe cameo.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Make it happen. Yeah, Janelle Monáe would be awesome. Tessa Thompson would be awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot I feel like there are a lot more out famous lesbians now.
Yes.
So it's like just bring them all in.
Yes.
All of them. I mean, the first L Word had just so many amazing cameos. Like thinking about just the random people, you're like they were just in like 1 or 2 episodes. Like we didn't know at the time, but Colby Smulders we've
Right.
talked about.
Oh my God, I would
Like,
love if Kobe Smulders came back.
She needs to come back.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would. Holland Taylor has to come
Yes.
back.
Sybil Shepherd.
Yeah. No, there's a lot. Yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping that like casting. I mean, you'd have to assume that whoever is their casting director now in 2019, it's going to be a very different landscape than it was the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
So I find it really hard to believe that they wouldn't be aware of that. So I would love that, and I would love to see the same sort of like more and better representation of trans characters,
Yeah.
non-binary characters. I think that could be something that they could, A, kind of rectify some of the way that they did things the first time around, and B, also gives you opportunities to like some really, really casting some really great people. A lot of fantastic trans actresses out there right now that I would love, love, love to see show up either as as main characters or as cameos. I think that would be amazing.
Yeah. I also would really like to see more socioeconomic diversity.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
In the casting. I was thinking about it, and I guess they try to make it like Shane isn't poor
Yeah,
or
well,
but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't. I don't know. I just wish that they had more people who were struggling normally in
Right.
LA.
Well, and
Like,
it's also
it-
like
yeah.
Shane. I mean, yeah, Shane's financial situation is a little interesting, right? Because she kind of has this like, I'm the ragamuffin of the group, but she's also like still rocking like really expensive clothes and always she like kind of like, I have my big break now doing the stars, and like, I mean, I don't know, that whole thing was a little weird. I feel
Yeah.
like the closest person I'm gonna say to like working class in the whole thing probably was Carmen, which like also comes with its own baggage right there.
Yes.
So yes,
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, agreed. Like nothing against Bet. I love Bet. We love the, high-powered career lesbian. But yeah, it'd be nice to see like a little
diversity.
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of jobs, though, now I'm gonna say I feel like the complete opposite. But types of jobs that I see the new cast being, there has to be a YouTube lesbian. Like I know, okay,
Yes.
there should be a podcaster.
Ooh. Do lesbians podcast?
Some of us do.
Wow, how cool.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think Alice was a podcaster. She's a
Yeah, basically.
a broadcaster.
Yeah, like an old school.
Right?
The old school podcast when it was like just on the radio.
Exactly. Stupid.
The olden days.
Yeah. So they should have a podcaster, or Alice should have graduated to a podcast.
Yeah.
Right? I think there are still power lesbians. They exist for sure. So you have to have some sort of like startup lesbian,
Yeah.
right? Who
Yep.
started her own big tech company, and she will be a baller for sure.
Yeah.
And then you have to have some sort of struggling artist, but they actually have to be struggling. I cannot stand how often they're like, this is a struggling musician who lives in a 3-bedroom by themselves.
Right.
And you're like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
In
In
LA.
LA. Yeah, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see. Yeah, I think that'll be great.
I'm trying to think of like what are my dream jobs for one of them to have. Like I could see like photographer. I feel like photography lesbian is like a thing right now.
So a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Instagram influencer lesbian.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. It's so millennial.
It is. That's very the bold type.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "You stole that off the bold." Like all these kind of like new generation baby gays would be like, "You stole that off the bold type."
You're right. But still, it would
fine.
work. It would work.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. We have an approaching girlfriend. we
Girlfriend has entered range.
we told you we were going to include you in this. And Jana has entered the building. She just went to get coffee and now she's back.
She's sneaking through. Okay.
Mhm. What was your experience with the L word, Jana? She's not going to talk to us. Educational. She just said it was
like
very
that.
educational. In what ways? Opening her eyes to
She
the whole
means
world of
lesbian
lesbians.
sex.
Yeah.
That's fine. We all get it.
Yeah, we get
We've
it.
all been there.
Oh, okay. Lesbian
And it
sex
was
is
actually,
a thing.
you know, for an educational show, they did actually do a pretty good job of
Yes.
like, you could watch that show and be like, this is what lesbians do. I get it.
That is another thing
Except
that
for the whole peeing on the toilet together. I don't know. That was a little weird.
I feel like people sometimes do that.
Really?
I don't know. Who does that?
There was some pointed eye contact, and I just want our listeners to know about
That
right
doesn't
now.
happen. That is another thing I want to see in the reboot, which will definitely happen, but I want them to keep the amount of graphic lesbian sex
Oh, yes.
that they had. Because it is,
yes.
I mean, it's Showtime. You can do more things. So do it.
So do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and the thing is, right now, I feel like the bar has been raised too, because it's like at the time that the L word came out, like it was pretty few and far between to find well done representations of lesbian sex, where you weren't just like, oh, I guess they're putting their legs near each other under
You can
a
see their
pile of
feet.
blankets. Yeah, their feet are together in some way, and what else happens?
We don't
Leave
know.
it up to the imagination. And I feel like now there's a lot more of, you know, we've had some pretty good representation sex scenes lately where like Sense8 crushed Disobedience, you know, baby
yeah.
birding aside, I think was
Good sex
that was
scene.
a good sex scene. I think Professor Marston had some great
yeah,
sex
some good
scenes,
stuff.
you know. So yeah, I think the bar has been raised, and I expect the L word to bring it.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I honestly feel like it's a perfect way to end the episode on lesbian sex because what else do people watch the L word for?
Not
Not much.
much.
No, it's okay.
The answer is Sarah Shahi.
Yeah.
I
And
watch
having sex.
for Sarah Shahi.
Yeah. Let's be real.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I hope Sarah Shahi never listens to this podcast.
I hope we get her on. And,
I have nothing but respectful feelings.
yes.
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 She's
Towards all
just,
of them.
She's just an amazing actress. I really
Yes.
respect her craft.
I was I was literally saying this the other day because I really want to get some of the cast of the L Word on. I'm not trying to raise anyone's hopes except for mine.
Yes.
But I feel like we can maybe get them on.
We like to dream big.
We dream big. And I was like, but I want Jennifer Beals on, but I don't think I could handle Jennifer Beals on.
Oh, wow.
I would be like, so, Jennifer, can I call you that? Like, I don't think I'd be able to speak to her. So
probably I would have to do that interview, and Ellie would just sit
I'd just be
in
there.
the corner, just like smiling with big eyes.
Yeah.
And like giggling every now and then.
Yeah, 'cause-
like I'd ask a question, and then Jennifer Bills would say something, and then I would just hear Ellie in the side going, ah.
You're so funny, Jen.
So look forward to that if we ever get Jennifer Beals on the podcast. That
Yeah.
will be the episode.
It's going to be great. But yeah, it is time. It's time for us to wrap up.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to head to our show. If you have thoughts or if you have hopes and dreams about the L Word reboot, please let us know. We would love to hear what you're all hoping for, or what you're afraid of, or your thoughts on the original L Word, or like live tweet us as you watch it for the first time if you never have. That would be exciting.
Oh my God, that is so exciting. If we have any L Word virgins in the audience,
Yes.
please let us know and enjoy. I'm
And-
so excited.
And we're so happy that you get to experience that.
Yes.
Good times.
And remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Les Hangout Pod.
You can email us at leshangoutpod@gmail.com.
Or check out our website at leshangoutpod.com.
Make sure that you subscribe in whatever podcasting app you use so that you get new episodes as soon as they drop.
And make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/leshangoutpod. We're going to be releasing episodes every other Thursday on YouTube.
If you want to help support the podcast, there are a couple different ways that you can do that. One of them, you can go on iTunes and you can rate and review us. A, we love reading reviews, and B, it helps other people find the podcast.
If you want to support us financially, you can also support us on Patreon. We have a Patreon viewing party coming up February 23rd, so make sure you get in before that at bit.ly/lespatreon.
You can also get some merch at our shop. We have tees, we have totes, we have sweaters, we have all sorts of cool designs. You can find that at bit.ly/leschop.
And you can also donate to our Trevor Project campaign at bit.ly/lestrevor.
If you want to follow us individually, the best place to find me is on Twitter and on Instagram at LSH Foster.
And the best place to find find me is at Instagram and Twitter at Ellie Brigida. And with that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee.
And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.